What's up, guys? So I want to show you how to set up Tesla camper mode, or as I call it, Hotel Tesla. Me and my wife just recently went to a road trip from Kansas City to Park City, Utah. In Silverthorne, Colorado, we ended up stopping. We fully charged at the supercharger there, and then we headed over to the Heaton Campgrounds, which is about 5 minutes away, right off of Dillon Dam. It's fantastic. It's really, really beautiful out there. And a heads up, if you do decide to do camping out there, you don't have to reserve anything in advance. It's kind of first come, first serve. But if you do want to reserve one, I highly advise getting a hold of, you can look it up. There's the phone number on there as far as contact, and just Google it, the Heaton Campgrounds, and you can reserve a spot just to make sure you get the one that you want. So setting up Tesla camper mode is a pretty simple deal. I didn't have the app. I didn't use that. I don't have any reviews on that. No personal experience with it, but I have heard from a lot of other Tesla owners that it does work. I'm going to show you how to do it just through the controls itself, and then kind of give you my overall experience with you know, the whole Hotel Tesla. What I ended up doing first is I got on Amazon. I ended up buying a Coleman Twin air mattress, a compressor to make sure that it got blown up. And then I went to Costco a few days after that, and I ended up buying a 3-inch memory foam pad to go on top of the air mattress. Total, I paid somewhere around 120 bucks, I think, for everything. 120, 130 for everything. So we'll go into controls now. I'll show you guys firsthand how I set it up, and then I'll give you guys a review on how it all was. So I wanted to show you guys how to set this all up, and I'm going to do it through the controls. There is an app that allows, I believe, camper mode. I've not tested that out, so I can't give my review on how that works, but I'll show you how to do it through controls. So first off, we're going to go into neutral. Secondly, you're going to get yourself into e-brake. Press the controls first and then get into e-brake for the parking brake. So we're going to keep that parking brake on. You're in neutral. My climate control can stay on. So we set it somewhere around 68, 67 degrees all night. And then I'm going into the lights here. So we want to make sure all these are off. You want to make sure all this is off. And then you're set on that side of things. Okay, the next thing is you do not want to lock your car with the key fob, because it will, people can still come up, tap the door handle, and get themselves in. So what you have to actually do is go into controls here and then just press lock from the inside. That will keep you locked into the vehicle, so you're safe inside if you're doing camping and want to make sure nobody gets in. So the very last thing that I do to try to pull some of the light out, because the screen is pretty bright. Obviously you could bring the brightness down and whatnot, but I think the better fix is to go into clean mode. This is in the displays options under controls. So just hold the clean mode, and then this will get you much darker on this screen. I haven't figured out how to fully eliminate this, but it's not much. It's not much light that's coming out of there, so you should be okay. We didn't have any sort of issues there. Obviously in the morning you hold and an exit to get out of that mode, and then you're back in. So that's it. The setup is pretty simple, and that will get you into camper mode. So we ended up sleeping for about 9 hours. We supercharged at the Silverthorne supercharger, got fully charged up. We slept for about 9 hours, 8 to 9 hours, and we drained about 20 to 22 miles of the battery. We kept the fan speed somewhere around, I believe, 4 or 5, and we kept it cooler in here at 68, 67, 68 degrees is where we were at that night. The temperature outside was in the low 40s, so it was very chilly. I don't know how that you know, changed the overall battery in draining it or not, but I do know that that we kept our levels at 68, 67 with the fan speed of somewhere around 4 to 5. And okay, so the setup, you guys know how to do the setup now. I want to give you guys a review on how it was in general. So myself and my wife were both back there. The vehicle is pretty large. It has a lot of space. I'm 6 foot, 220 pounds. My wife is about 5'7", 130 or so. So it was a tight fit. I mean, imagine on a twin with both. So, you know, I mean, we're married. We were tight, we were close. So it was fine. I think the big thing is I had traveled about 13 hours in the car to get to that point. Up to that point, so I was pretty stiff. I was just trying to find a comfortable spot. Once I did, then I was pretty much out. But one thing that was really cool is it was really chilly that night, but we undid the sunroof, opened the sunroof completely up, and it was pitch black out there, so it would just tons of stars. It was really beautiful. I highly advise doing that, especially through the Rockies, or a really beautiful area. We had one little issue. About 2 in the morning, my wife ended up having to use the restroom, and it was really cold outside. It was, you know, in the 30s, and we were like, oh my goodness, all right, how are we going to do this? I had to disengage the car, you know, unlock the vehicle, get it back in, pretty much set it all up again. So that was a little bit of a hassle. But it ended up working out. So from there, we ended up getting back in, getting resettled, and then we woke up somewhere around 6 to hit the sunrise. I had posted a picture on some of the Tesla forums, but it was a just absolutely stunningly beautiful image of the vehicle and the sunrise there in Dillon Dam, right off that lake. It was just stunning. So I highly advise going and checking that out. If you're going solo, now that I did this with my wife, if you're going solo, you'll have a little bit more space. It'd probably be even a little bit more comfortable. We made it work. We're going to do it again. It was a lot of fun, but it was a tight fit for both her and I. But all in all, you know, to me, Hotel Tesla beats Hotel Tent. And so it was a blast. We kept climate control all on night, so we were comfortable in that way. We popped the sunroof up and both got up and watched the sunrise that way in the morning, and it was just great. So I highly recommend going and testing it out. There'll be a lot of people that ask, "Oh man, you bought this car, it's so expensive. Why are you going to go sleep in your car now? You can afford to go to a hotel." Of course I can afford to go to a hotel. I've been in a lot of hotels. I want to go do Hotel Tesla. We bought a Tesla because we love these vehicles, and I want to sleep in it because I can. It's really fun, and so that's kind of what we do, and the reason we can do it. I can keep it fully climate controlled the whole night. It was a comfortable deal. My wife loves camping. I don't really love camping, but I love Hotel Tesla. All right, guys, thank you so much for following, and make sure to subscribe to my channel. I'm going to constantly upload new videos of the Tesla and any things that I learned through my process of doing different things within this vehicle and road trips and whatnot. So keep in touch, and thank you guys for following, and we'll talk to you soon.